Hey, welcome back to Mom's Choice with Jodie-C. I wanted to share this video with you, all the mamas out there, all the guardians, single parent, that is needing some form of assistance. This is one way that you can get assistance in regards to food. You might think that you don't need it or you won't qualify. Nothing hurts by applying, and this is just the online way of doing it. I started from the most basic step, which is typing into Google how to apply for food stamps or how to apply for SNAP, as you saw in the beginning, and basically click the link, and I'm on this page that I'm showing you right now, and pretty much just highlighting the information that is provided as far as SNAP is concerned and other benefits that you can get as well. I thought that I wouldn't have qualified for it. I thought that maybe I wouldn't have gotten it, and I always think, oh, that let me let somebody else have it, they'll benefit more than I do. But when you're a single parent like me, trust me, this is great help, so I just thought, hey, I know this is going to help someone. Even if it's one person, I know it's going to help someone. Here, I just wanted to highlight the eligibility and also the ineligibility. So, what would make you eligible to get SNAP and what would make you ineligible to get it, to not get it as well. I just wanted to browse over that information so you can see that is always available for you to read so you can be informed about their rules, and I thought that was pretty good for them to point out, even though you're applying, you can still also educate yourself on what are the rules as to how to be eligible. They also give you a fact sheet as well. This is me highlighting the income. It also highlights deduction, assets, students. It gives you detailed information, and this is why I love this website. The foods you can buy with your food assistance benefits, the foods that you cannot buy with the card. So it gives you that information, and these are need to know information as well, because it doesn't make any sense. You go into the store after you get it and you're like, okay, well, what do I do? Oh, can I get this? Can I get that? The information is already provided for you here so you can know what you need to know after you get your card, or, well, how much income do I need to have? It's here, social security number, residence/citizenship, household status, program description. It gives you those information, and I love this again about the website. This is not an ad. Again, this is just me sharing information that I know is going to be of use to someone. And even if you don't want to apply for SNAP or you don't need any assistance, feel free to encourage someone in your family that might need some assistance, that might need help, and honestly, they don't know how to go about it. So if you know someone, encourage them to apply for food stamps, so they're able to provide for their family, because even though it's not benefiting you, this information can benefit someone who is in need. And it's all about communicating, because sometimes people are going through things and they don't want to share it. So it's about communicating, and it's also about being observant. Some people might feel offended. So, it's how you go about communicating that information, so they won't feel offended or feel like you're coming at them, the wrong way, as far as thinking they're this, or people sometimes formulate opinions in their head that is far from what you're offering. So, just communicate with your family members and encourage our friends, that that might need some assistance in the way where it's not going to offend them. So this is the EBT card. Above picture is what it looks like, and this page basically gives you the information you need on how to use the card, where you can use the card. It also gives you card insurance. So this is pretty helpful, if you lose the card, how to go about getting the card back and what are the steps you need to follow. It also gives you information on what not to do with the card. If I haven't said that already, it does tell you, what you're not supposed to use the card for what you're not supposed to use the card for. This is the pin instructions on how to create the pin, and keeping that information to yourself. So this is pretty helpful. I love this information in regards to what how to use the card and what you need to know after getting the card, and how to check your balance, stuff like that. So again, this is pretty good information, and I just want to share this with someone who, they might have gone through the process and, they don't know how to go about these things. They can always go to the website and figure that part out, or figure that step out as far as the card is concerned. So here we are to the step that we need to be at, and that is the application stage. Basically, the page that you need to be on when you are applying for your food stamps. This is the page that you need to be on. It gives you the information, other information as well, in regards to if you were interested in applying for Medicaid. There at the bottom, you can click on apply now, so you can apply for Medicaid if that's what you need. It also gives you information on temporary cash assistance, which is pretty good if you think you're in need of that. So you can also scroll to the bottom after reading this information that is given and apply now for that assistance if that's what you need. I'm here to show you how to apply for food stamps. That is my goal, and that is what I'm doing. So you just click on start the application, you click on apply now, and then you are on the page where it says login at the top, and it also says create an account. Now if you've already had an account before, then you don't have any problem logging in. If you forget your login information, you can always click forget, and that will take you to how you need to go about getting, whether it's your email you forgot, or your login name, or your password. You can pretty much do the steps that it asks you to do. Now, in regards to creating the account, you would click on create account, and after you click on create account, it's going to take you to a different browser. Now on this browser that it's going to take you to, you're going to basically put your email in, whatever email you're comfortable using, an email that you actually have access to. You want to use that email, and after you type your email information in, you're going to click on send code. Once you click on send code, it's going to go to that email. Again, make sure you have access to that email, and then you're going to get the code in your email, and after you get the code, you're going to enter it here, and then you're going to click on where it says verify code. Now after you do that, you're pretty much going to start the application by giving your name, your first name and your last name, and after you do that, you're going to hit continue. Once you do that, you're going to create a password. I didn't want to use the password that they're offering because I think it's pretty long, so I use a password that I know, and I'm going to remember. If you know you're not going to remember it, write it down. Write down the email, write down the password, so you have that login information at hand whenever you need to use it. So this is me just creating the password that is comfortable for me to use. Then I click the box and hit continue. Once I do that, it asks you how you want to go about keeping your account secure. I hit email. You can also choose the option to use your phone number, and the third option that it also offers. Now, these are the rights that it pretty much informs you about on the application. You basically just have to go through it step by step, and once you're done doing that, you can click on continue. Once you're done going through the rights, you don't necessarily have to go through them if you don't want to, but it is there for you to read. And I always say read the information that is given so you know exactly where you're going. So here's the button, I accept, not continue. So you would hit I accept and go forward. Again, you don't have to go through it, but I would advise that it's good to read the information so you know, and you're informed about exactly what your rights are. So that is what is on this page. So right now I'm still clicking on each right to show you exactly how long the information is. You have the Florida fraud law information and the other ones that I click above. Some of them were pretty long and lengthy, but again, this is why the time is so long, where you're able, as far as filling out the application is concerned, so you're able to just sit down and go through it. And if you're a reader like me, where you want to know whatever information is given, then again, this information right here that is provided as far as the rights is concerned, you can just get cozy and start reading. I know the HIPAA statement, look at that, you see how long that is? Just set some time aside, and you definitely don't want to have the kiddies around when you're doing this. That is one thing for sure. Two things for certain, you don't want to have them around. You want to make sure that they're at school or busy with their toys, or distracted to a very lengthy extent. So that way you're able to do what you need to do. So you click on I accept, then it gives you that information, and you click on that button as well, and then you go forward. And it's also just basically briefing you on what's going to happen. And as far as it's going to see, there's the interview tips. It lets you know that an interview may be required, and we will let you know after your application is submitted. So it gives you all those briefs so you know exactly what is about to happen as far as uploading documents, and above where it says what to expect. I'm just showing you what it's stating on the application itself. It says it give yourself 30 to 60 minutes to apply. That's exactly what I was talking about before, is just basically setting some time aside so you're able to do this, and you're able to give your full attention so you don't make any mistakes, where you don't have to go back, because who wants to go back after filling out this lengthy application? I mean, yeah, you're going to be reviewing it before submitting it, but let me tell you, that process is, you don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. Also, I want to say this. When I did this application, guess what? I put those information where it says your name, your date of birth. I filled out this application in less than 15 minutes. I want to say less than 15 minutes. So you do have that option. But here's the kicker. You're not going to fill out a lot. You're going to fill out your name, your first name, your last name, just basic information, your phone number, your social security number. You're going to give them that information, and then it's going to ask you if you want to submit. It's going to ask you if you want to submit, and here is why. You're going to do a phone interview. It states that the phone interview can be a bit lengthy compared to the application itself. So if you don't have any time and you're like, listen, I gotta go, you have that option. I didn't realize that until I was filling it out. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really hope this information helps someone. Please remember to like and subscribe.